Hello, good morning student. Welcome back with your teacher Rajkumar Juppa sir, and today we will discuss the P block elements. In that we are going to discuss group number 15 and it is continue today, and we will discuss the topic of the phosphorus allotropic forms. Phosphorus has the various allotropic form, but out of these three are important. First is the white phosphorus, second is the red phosphorus, and third is the black phosphorus. Out of these, first we discuss about the first form, allotropic form of the phosphorus, that is white phosphorus. White phosphorus is highly reactive, waxy solid. It is highly reactive due to the presence of angle strain in their molecule. There is a 60-degree angle. Due to the presence of this angle strain, it is highly reactive. Due to angle strain, it is chemiluminescence. Chemiluminescence means that it has show brightness in the dark. And it react with a alkali, just like this is a very important reaction. White phosphorus react with alkali just like sodium hydroxide. In presence of water, it forms sodium hypophosphate and phosphine gas. Sodium hypophosphate, this is sodium hypophosphate. This question is asked number of time in exam. What happen when a white phosphorus react with the alkali? It forms sodium hypophosphate and phosphine gas. This reaction we also study in the manufacturing of the phosphine gas. This is the method of preparation of the phosphine gas. Now, after this we will discuss about their second allotrope, that is red phosphorus. Red phosphorus is formed when we heat white phosphorus in the inert environment of the gases, just like carbon dioxide inert environment for a number of days at a high temperature, just like 573 Kelvin in a shield tube, then it forms red phosphorus. This red phosphorus is less reactive than that of the white phosphorus, and it has the polymeric structure just like this. It has the polymeric structure. It is non-poisonous and it cannot cause the disease phossy jaw. Just like in white phosphorus, it can cause a disease that is known as the phossy jaw. It is a disease of the jaws. The person who is working regularly with the white phosphorus, he suffer from this disease. But in case of the red phosphorus, this is very less reactive and it is the metallic gray lustrine, and it has the polymeric structure, and it is non-chemiluminescence. In the board exam is a number of time it is asked the difference between the white phosphorus and the red phosphorus. So you can differentiate by these points. Now the third type of the allotrope of the phosphorus, that is known as black phosphorus. And black phosphorus has the two type. That is alpha black phosphorus and beta black phosphorus. It is of the two type. It has the closed ring type of the structures and it is the layered structures. And this alpha black phosphorus is formed by the white phosphorus and when the white phosphorus is heated at a temperature 803 Kelvin, in a inert environment, now it is changed to the alpha black phosphorus. Now the beta black phosphorus is formed by the red phosphorus. When it is heated at a temperature 473 Kelvin, it gives a beta black phosphorus. And it is the least reactive form of the three phosphorus and it has the layered structure. This is all about the allotropes of the phosphorus. Phosphorus has three allotropes: white, red and black. Black is of the two type, alpha black and beta black. Alpha black is formed by heating white phosphorus at 803 Kelvin temperature and beta black phosphorus is formed when you heat red phosphorus at 473 Kelvin. This is all about the different allotropes of the phosphorus and it is a quite important topic. And in that the reaction with of white phosphorus reacting with a sodium hydroxide alkali is the most important one. It is a number of time it is asked. Sodium hypophosphate is forming this along with the phosphine gas. Keep in your mind. Now students, our next topic in this series is the phosphine gas. The phosphine gas, how it is prepared? Phosphine gas is prepared by reacting calcium phosphide with water. Calcium phosphide react with water, it forms calcium hydroxide and phosphine gas is produced. The second method for the production of the phosphine gas, calcium phosphide react with the hydrochloric acid, it gives you calcium chloride and phosphine gas. This phosphine gas having the impurities of phosphine hydride and the vapors of white phosphorus. This impurity make this phosphine gas inflammable and highly explosive. Otherwise, if the phosphine gas in the pure state, it is non-reactive and non-inflammable. And how it is purified? When the phosphine gas react with the hydrogen iodide, hydroiodic acid, it forms phosphonium iodide. This proves that phosphine is the basic in nature. Now this phosphonium iodide is treated with the potassium hydroxide, a alkali, and gives you potassium iodide, water and the phosphine gas. And this is the 100% pure gas. A question is asked number of times, prove that the phosphine gas is basic in nature. This is the phosphine gas, this is act as a Lewis base and this is the hydroiodic acid. It accepts a pair of electron, this hydrogen, and form phosphonium iodide. A salt is formed. This proves that it is basic in nature. Now the phosphine gas, in that the phosphorus is in sp3 iodization state and it has the pyramidal structure. Now student, after this we will discuss the physical properties of the phosphine gas. Phosphine gas is a colorless gas and it has the rotten egg-like smell, and it is highly poisonous in nature. If you inhale this gas in excess, it leads to the death. Now it's chemically, when you absorb this phosphine gas in the copper sulfate solution, it form copper phosphide, and along with sulfuric acid is formed. And if react with the mercury chloride absorbed in the phosphine gas, and it form mercurous phosphide and hydrochloric acid is formed. These are the two chemical properties. And there is a most important use of the phosphine gas in the Holmes signal. These Holmes signals are used when a ship in the oceans are in danger, and you want to send the signal to the people that are very far away from you for your help. And we will take a container, in that we will fill the calcium carbide and calcium phosphide and make the holes in the container and throw in the oceans. When the water fill in the container, calcium carbide react with this water and it form acetylene gas, which is highly inflammable, and this is light in weight and lower in density and move upward in the sky. At the same time, calcium phosphide react with water to form the phosphine gas. This phosphine gas has the impurities of phosphorus vapors and another gases that highly inflammable, that due to the heat of the reaction they get inflamed, and along with this acetylene gas is also inflamed and give the large flame in the sky. That prove that somebody is give the signal and you are in danger, and the person that see this flame, that is known as the Holmes signal, and somebody approach you for the help. Thank you. In this series, our next topic is the phosphorus trichloride. Phosphorus trichloride is formed by reacting the phosphorus P4 with chlorine, dry chlorine gas. It gives you phosphorus trichloride. And this phosphorus trichloride is formed. The phosphorus trichloride can also be formed by reacting phosphorus with thiochloride. And this is the best way to form the phosphorus trichloride. It gives the purest form because the side product forms are the gaseous in nature. Now this form PCl3, sulfur dioxide gas, and is formed. Now another method to prepare the phosphorus trichloride is by reacting Now these are the two methods for the preparation of the PCl3 phosphorus trichloride gas. Now phosphorus trichloride is a oily liquids. Sorry, PCl3 is oily liquid, and in that the phosphorus is in sp3 hybridization state, and it has the pyramidal structure. After this we will study about the chemical property. Chemical properties of the PCl3. Now phosphorus trichloride is react with the organic compounds just like ethanol, react with PCl3, it form a alkyl halide. And phosphoric acid S3PO 4 Now if we react the PCl3 with acetic acid, it form acid chloride and phosphorus acid is formed. These are the properties of the phosphorus trichloride. After this we will discuss our next topic, that is phosphorus pentachloride. Now students, first we prepare the phosphorus pentachloride. The phosphorus pentachloride is prepared by heating white phosphorus with dry chlorine gas in excess. Now this phosphorus pentachloride is formed. Phosphorus pentachloride can also be prepared by reacting phosphorus with thiochloride, and this phosphorus pentachloride is yellowish white powder, and in that the phosphorus is having sp3d hybridization and is as the trigonal bipyramidal geometry. In that this phosphorus is in sp3d hybridization and it has trigonal bipyramidal geometry. It is the two type of the bonding, that is the axial bond, these two, and these three are the equatorial bonds, and axial bonds are slightly longer than that of the equatorial bond to avoid the repulsion, to attain the stability. And PCl5 in solid state, it is exists as a crystalline solid. Phosphorus tetrachloride cation and phosphorus hexachloride anion. So important question, in what form it is exist in the solid state? It is exist as a tetrahedral phosphorus tetrachloride and octahedral phosphorus hexachloride cation and anion. Now when you put this phosphorus pentachloride in moisture, it starts to hydrolyzed. This phosphorus pentachloride react with water, gives you POCl3 and hydrochloric acid. Now this POCl3 phosphorus oxychloride again react with water, it form H3PO4, phosphoric acid is formed and along with hydrochloric acid is formed. It means phosphorus pentachloride is hydrolyzed in air. When you heat phosphorus pentachloride, what happens? This question is asked in the board exam. Now this is from phosphorus trichloride and chlorine gas is evolved. Now phosphorus pentachloride, it react with the organic compounds, just like ethanol, it gives you alkyl halide. Along with H3PO4, a phosphoric acid is formed. It react with acetic acid, it form acid chloride and POCl3 is formed. These are the reaction of phosphorus pentachloride with organic compounds. This is all about the properties of phosphorus pentachloride. Now student, after this we will discuss the oxo acids of the phosphorus. In that the very important topic is that, and in that a question is asked that what is the structure of these phosphoric acids, oxophosphoric acids, and what is their oxidation state and what is their structure. In that all these oxophosphoric acids are in sp3 hybridization state and they have the tetrahedral structures, and all the acids must has one PO bond and it may contain one phosphorus hydrogen bond and one phosphorus hydroxyl bond, and all are these are sp3 hybridized. We will discuss the structures of all these acids one by one, and certain questions are asked in that what is their oxidation state and it is reducing agent or not, and which one is the strong acid, basicity. These are the journal question that will be asked from these acids. Now first I will take S3PO2 hypophosphorus acid. S3PO2. In S3PO2 this phosphorus is in what oxidation state? +3 plus X minus 4 is equal to 0, and is in +1 oxidation state. X is equal to +1. This is the +1 oxidation state. What is the structure of this? This is the central atom and one PO double bond O bond and one PO bond. In that these two hydrogen will attach and one hydrogen attached to this oxygen. This oxygen is the acidic in nature, and this hydrogen is known as the acidic hydrogen. So it is monobasic acid, and it is act as a reducing agent because it has 2 pH hydrogen bond. The reducing character is decided on the basis of how many phosphorus hydrogen bond is present in that. So it is a strong reducing agent, and it is a weak acid because it has only one displaceable hydrogen in that. Its oxidation state is +1 and it is sp3 hybridization state, and this is the structure of this hypophosphorus acid. Now after this we will discuss our another acid, that is orthophosphorus acid, S3PO3. Now there is a one phosphorus oxygen bond, this is S3PO3 orthophosphorus acid, and it is weaker reducing agent than hypophosphorus acid because it has only one phosphorus hydrogen bond. On the basis of this, how many phosphorus hydrogen bonds are available, we can decide which one is a strong reducing agent or not. And it is the dibasic acid. It is a dibasic acid because it has the two displaceable hydrogens are there, and it is in +3 oxidation state. This phosphorus is in +3 oxidation state. Now after this we will discuss another acid, H4P2O5 pyrophosphorus acid. Our next acid is the pyrophosphorus acid having formula H4P2O5. that is the pyrophosphoric acid. In that the two phosphorus atoms are there. It means two phosphorus oxygen bonds are there. These are oxygen joined through the oxygen. Five oxygens are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 4 hydrogen. This is the structure of this pyrophosphorus acid. In the oxidation state of this phosphorus is the +3 oxidation state. It is found in +3 oxidation state, and it is tetrahedral geometry, sp3 hybridized, and it is also the dibasic acid because it has the two displaceable hydrogen, and it is also a reducing agent because it has the two phosphorus hydrogen bonds are there. After this we will discuss our next acid in this series, that is hypophosphorus acid. This is H4P2O6. This is known as hypophosphorus acid. What is the structure of this acid? These are joined through the peroxide bond. This is the peroxide bond. In that the number of hydrogens attached, number of oxygens are there 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number of hydrogens 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It is also the dibasic acid. What is the hybridization of this phosphorus? sp3 hybridized. And what is the oxidation state? That is in, I think, +4 oxidation state. This is lies in the +4 oxidation state. 12, 8 and +4 oxidation state it is found. After this we will discuss orthophosphoric acid, H3PO4. H3PO4. Orthophosphoric acid, or it is commonly known as the phosphoric acid. This is the tribasic acid because it has the 3 displaceable hydrogen. So it is a strong acid. It is the tribasic acid. sp3 hybridized. What is the oxidation state? It is in +5 oxidation state, this phosphorus. Thus I teach you the structures, oxidation state and hybridizations, reducing nature, acidity. All these questions are asked in board exams. Our last acid is the pyrophosphoric acid, having formula H4P2O7. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 hydrogens are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is the tetrabasic acid because it has the 4 displaceable hydrogens, and it is in sp3 hybridization state. And what is the oxidation state of this phosphorus? This is lies in the +5 oxidation states. Now students, such kind of the questions are asked from these phosphorus acids. What is their oxidation state, what is their structures, either they are reducing agent or not. Such kind of questions are always asked from this topic. So prepare it carefully. Now student, another important question I discussed with you, what happen when you heat H3PO3. Now H3PO3, when you heat, it is changed to the phosphoric acid and phosphine gas. And what is the important in that, this phosphorus undergo disproportionate reaction. There is an increase in oxidation state, and the same reaction there is a decrease in the oxidation state. This is known as the disproportionate reaction. Somewhere it is act as a oxidizing agent and somewhere it is act as a reducing agent. It means the oxo acids that are lower oxidation state, like up to the +3 oxidation state, this can be disproportionate easily. Now this is all about the group number 15, dear students, and you will regular watch the videos, share the videos and like the videos, and it will increase my morale and boost up me, and I will regularly form the video for you. And thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.